I had just moved into my first house. It wasn't huge or fancy, but it was mine, a place I had worked hard to afford, filled with dreams of independence and freedom. The boxes were mostly unpacked, the furniture arranged just the way I liked, and for the first time in years, I felt a sense of true ownership over my life. That night, I returned from work, exhausted but content. I fumbled with my keys, pushed the door open, and stepped inside. The familiar smell of freshly cleaned floors and the faint scent of paint greeted me. But something felt off. The lights were dim, and there was an unusual stillness in the air. Then I saw them. My parents. Sitting in my living room, casually sipping coffee as if they had every right to be there. "Mom, Dad," I asked, my voice a mixture of confusion and disbelief. "What are you doing here?" They looked up at me, smiles on their faces. "Surprise," my mom said cheerfully. "We thought we'd come by and see your new place." I blinked, still processing. You just showed up? Without calling?" My dad shrugged. "We wanted to see how you were settling in. Isn't that what parents do?" I forced a smile, but inside I felt a swirl of frustration. This was supposed to be my sanctuary, my first taste of independence, and yet they had entered uninvited, asserting their presence in a space I had fought to claim as my own. "Look," I said carefully, trying to keep my tone measured, "I appreciate that you're proud of me, but this is my house. I would have liked a heads up. I want to feel like this space is mine, not just an extension of you guys." My mom's smile faltered slightly, and my dad leaned back in his chair. "We didn't mean to upset you," he said. "We just thought it would be nice to spend some time here together." I took a deep breath. "I know you mean well, but independence isn't just about living alone. It's about having boundaries, too. And tonight, I feel like my boundaries were ignored." For a few minutes, there was silence. My parents looked at each other, then back at me, as if weighing my words. I realized then that this wasn't just about a surprise visit. It was about the subtle ways they had always tried to be involved in every aspect of my life. Finally, my mom spoke, her voice softer. "We didn't realize it would feel like an intrusion. We're used to being part of your life so closely, and this house, well, it felt like we should be here." I nodded. "I understand. But independence means learning to navigate life on my own. It doesn't mean I don't want you in my life, just that I need to experience it on my terms." My dad smiled faintly. "You're right. We got carried away. It's just hard to step back sometimes." We spent the rest of the evening together, unpacking a few boxes, arranging furniture, and sharing stories. The tension eased as we found a new rhythm. My parents realized that visiting without warning, even with good intentions, could feel like overstepping. And I understood that asserting my boundaries didn't mean rejecting them. It meant creating a healthy dynamic that respected everyone's space. By the time they left, I felt a renewed sense of ownership over my home, not just in a physical sense, but emotionally as well. I had set a boundary without conflict, communicated my needs, and preserved my independence while still maintaining my relationship with my parents. Looking back, that night taught me an invaluable lesson. Independence isn't only about living alone or making decisions for yourself. It's also about creating boundaries, asserting them with clarity, and expecting them to be respected. And while surprises can be pleasant, they are only truly enjoyable when they honor the space and autonomy of the people involved. From that day forward, my home became a place where I could relax, think, and live life on my terms, a sanctuary that respected both my independence and the love I shared with my parents. And I learned that even when loved ones unintentionally overstep, communication and honesty can turn potential conflict into understanding, growth, and stronger bonds.